vM4, which is my Music Man inspired design. It's got a burst, an ash body, and a maple top. And this one has a bird's eye fingerboard on it, and a maple neck. And this one we went sort of in between. So this is like a narrow P bass width. So, the J is 1.5. A wide P bass is 1.75. This one is 1.625. So it's in between those, which it's comfortable. But it is definitely a more substantial feeling neck than the J neck. Not as beefy as a P though. So it's just kind of a happy medium. And we have a little. The VMs have an overhang, so they have that extra fret. It's just kind of part of the aesthetic of it. So this is the BigMan. It's 2 big singles under a Music Man cover. And the way I set this bass up is I got 2 volumes. So this volume controls this coil, and this volume controls this coil. Just like a jazz bass. If you had 2 pickups here, it'd be 2 volumes. Okay, and it's parallel, just like a jazz bass. And then this is just our 2-band onboard preamp with a treble on top and a bass on the bottom. And then it also has a passive right here. Okay. So it's just simple. But with both pickups on passive mode, you can hear it's kind of a little bit warmer. So it's nice and even, and it still has kind of a Music Man-esque tone to it, which is nice. It's got that weird, with 2 coils like that right next to each other. There's a character that has a kind of a scoopy sound with a slightly bitey high end, and it still has that kind of like that. So then you can solo the bridge pickup. And I was really surprised when I first plugged this in, the actual difference between the 2 coils. So it's kind of nice and pokey. But it's still a really usable sound. And then if you turn the back coil down, turn the front coil up. It's thicker. It's thicker and throatier and bigger. And then you add the preamp into the game, add a little bit of bottom, and what I like to do is roll the top off. So this is the neck coil. It starts to kind of get into P-bass territory a little bit, but it's thicker, and then put it back on the bridge pickup. Same EQ settings, a little bottom and a little less treble. Maybe a little more treble. I killed it a little bit. So there's quite it's a way more versatile thing than I thought it was going to be. I plugged it in the studio. I made a little clip that I put on SoundCloud, and just the practicality in the studio for that type of thick bridge pickup sound that has the weight in the bottom that you want. You don't want it too thin and pokey, but you still want the meat. It's brilliant for that.
What turns a one-trick pony into?
There's a multitude of sounds in here. Yeah, well, you can get them for obviously for a 4-string. And then we have to change the listing on the website, but you can do it as a 5-string in the regular soap bar shape with no ears, 17 millimeter. I think we can do 19 millimeter, 18, obviously in between there. And then we also have those 3 widths in the big cover with the ears, like that Lakeland uses and some of the other companies. So that's the VM and the BigMan. And I'm gonna have a hard time sending this bass away if somebody buys it, because I just got an idea for the name for this burst. Brindle burst.
How?
It's got it's got kind of a brindle character to it. It's probably
That
dirty.
looks so cool. It looks like an eye. Wait. Right there.
Oh yeah.
There's an eye.
By the way, Devin Klein made these ridiculous acrylic knobs. He just happened to buy some material, and I made this bass, and we didn't know what color it was going to be. And I told the painter, yeah, just put a kind of a burst on it. So he did, and then we got it back. And then Devin goes, oh, I got some acrylic. And he brought it in, and we went, are you kidding me? It looks like,
up.
wow. Like you couldn't have asked it to be much closer.